Hello and welcome to another piano tutorial. Today we're looking at Management by Clairo. This one has an interesting structure. It's got an intro and then 4 separate sections, none of which repeat. So we'll start with the intro. The first chord's going to be G, but we're kind of in the key of D. And we have this little melody leading into the first chord, which goes... So just walking down from D, C sharp, B, A, then that's beat 1, so it's... So, melody, then G. This chord is kind of D over F sharp. And she puts that C sharp in there, so it's kind of D major 7 over F sharp. Then we go to F. Whoops, F, D, C, B, A, C major 7. So it's like... Okay, so that's the first 4 bars. I'll play that again. And then to D, 2, 3, 4, E minor. So it's like kind of like an E minor, but with the sus4 and this D here. So it's just think of it as being D and then just this note step so to G. So it's kind of like an E minor sus, E minor 7 sus4. 2, 1. Then we go to this interesting chord D9. So it's like D7 with the E on top, but she plays it like this. And then you get this little melody. So F sharp, E, C, G. Okay, and that's the end of the intro. So I'll play that full intro. Okay, that's the intro. Pretty interesting intro. Quite abstract. Okay, now we go into section 1 out of the 4 sections. So this one, you kind of go to this crotchet feel. So it's like G is the first chord, A7. So like think of it as an A chord with just the 7 there. And then to D. So I'm playing D. And then D over C pretty much. Or D7 you can think of it as. So it's like D, but then that note just steps down. This kind of sounds like the Beatles or something. So D, triplet. So that the last 2 beats for that bar has that kind of triplet feel. G, B, C. Sorry. So it goes G, B, C. So B, A, G, E, C minor. So you think of it as C minor 9, D, C, G, A. Okay, and then you do that 8-bar pattern again. So the 8-bar pattern is G, A7, D, D7, triplet, G, 2, 3, 4, B, C, C minor, and then you do that same pattern again, D, and triplet. So it's triplet, triplet, G, 2, 3, 4, B, 2, 3, 4, C. But it's a bit different this time, but you kind of land on that C minor. Okay, so that's section 1. And then we go into section 2, okay? And this one, it kind of gets stripped back so it's a bit less kind of poppy sounding. And you get the right hand, you're just going to play D and F sharp, and you stay on that as the chords change. And in the left hand, you're going to play G, F sharp, E, 2, 3, 4. So you can think of the chords as like, whoops. You think of the chords as like G major 7, I guess, or she's kind of, they sing this note A. So it's kind of like G major 9, but you're just playing this. And then I guess you could call this D over F sharp or something, but you just hear it as F sharp and D. And then like E minor 9. 2, 3, 4, and then you keep going, you do that again. 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we change. So this is really cool. So we change key. We're going to go to F sharp minor 7. Okay, to B7. And then we land in E. So that's our new key. We've changed keys to E. So we used to be in the key of G. Okay. And then we have what's really a jazz chord change, a 2-5-1. Okay, so we're trying to get to the key of E, right? And we're going to go play chord 2, which leads to chord 5. So F sharp minor, B7 to E. So it sounds very nice. Okay. And then from there we go to C sharp 7. So this was, I actually mentioned this in one of my other videos. This is your secondary dominant. So you're in the key of E. You would expect that it's C sharp minor, but it's actually C sharp 7, like dominant 7, right? And where is that leading? Back to the F sharp. Okay, so this little part goes F sharp, B7, E. Now secondary, sorry. Something like that. B7, E, C sharp 7, F sharp minor, B7, E. And we do this 4 times. Keep going, F sharp minor, B7, E, C sharp 7. Okay, so just to recap on that section 2, it's this thing. You do that twice. Let's just pretend this is the second one. Okay, then you go to the F sharp minor, B7, E, C sharp, and you do that loop 4 times. Okay, so it's 4 plus 4 plus 16. Okay, so that's section 2. Right, then at the end of section 2, you end on that C sharp and it kind of completely cuts out. And then we pick back up again in section 3. And this one is back in the key of D, and it's simple this time. It's just chords stepping down, all in the key of D. So you're going to start on chord 4, which is G, 2, 3, 4, to D over F sharp, to E minor with the 7 there, E minor, D. Okay, you do this 4 times. Okay, so you do that 4 times. I won't bore you with the whole thing. Okay, and then when we get to the end of that, okay, now we're moving to section 4, where we again change keys, and you get this kind of weird little synth sound that goes F, G, so completely out of key, F, G. Now we have that same, remember before there was that pattern which was like F sharp minor, B, E, C sharp. Now we've got the same thing, but just everything is up 1 semitone and we're in the key of F. So it goes G minor, which is chord 2, or G minor 7, to C, right, which is chord 5, to F, and then to D7. Okay, so it's pretty complicated. So it's G minor. It's this really nice melody above it. So it's G minor 7, D, C, B, A. So you hit that That A on the C chord is kind of really nice. A, B flat, C on the F, and then D, C, B flat, A. So stepping down. B flat is the melody, but the chord is G minor 7. B flat, A, E. So I'm going from G minor 7 to C7. So really nice sounding. I'm kind of playing these jazz voicings almost because it sounds very jazzy, but I think she's just playing like something like to F, 2, 3, 4, D7, and again you do this thing 4 times. 2, 3. Let's pretend this is the last time. Okay, then the very last chord of the piece, pretty interesting chord to end on. It's like the D7, but you get this F note on there. It's kind of quite a discordant chord. Very dramatic. So you can call this one like major minor or something. Like it's like a D7 with that F. And that's the end. So yeah, that's quite an adventure. It's interesting how it all kind of hangs together despite being so different. But yeah, that's Management. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, let me know in the comments if you've got any other songs that you want me to cover. Yep, see you later.